Hello all, this is Gemini Blackford. No, I'm just kidding. This is Gemini 686 or 686 Gemini. And hey, I'm going to do Nitro DVD review today. I know some people were asking for it, so I thought I'd just go ahead and deliver on it. And we'll be honest with you, this DVD has some major proportional problems. And it has some things on it that just absolutely made me want to throw up all over myself. There's a lot of parts of this DVD that I give a huge thumbs down to. So let's go ahead and let's start with good job on the artwork, but the artwork is not the story. Okay, disc 1. Okay, so basically on disc 1, it takes you back to 1995, 96 WCW when they first started. Now the first match on here is Pillman and Luger, Jushin Thunder Liger. Excuse me, I said Luger, I meant Liger, but and they were the ones that kicked off Nitro in the Mall of America in 1995. And I can agree with that. But some of the matches on here were absolutely worthless. Like, for instance, Hulk Hogan and Big Bubba Rogers. I can absolutely do without doing that. And then Disc 1, this DVD is also hosted by Diamond Dallas Page. Disc 1 also features so much Lex Luger, and so much Randy Savage, and so much of this and that you really get sick of watching Ric Flair versus Randy Savage when they have it on here like 5 or 6 different times. Now, major proportional problem. First off, Disc 1. Big problem, okay. Scott Hall's Nitro debut, May 27, 1996. Okay, that was a big deal when that happened. On this DVD, they butcher it. It's like maybe a minute, 2 minutes of it. That was a huge promo. They didn't give it its just due, okay. But they certainly give just due to the Four Horsemen mocking on Disc 2, which is WWE's way of making fun of WCW, which is ridiculous. And then we go, so we're still on Disc 1, and it goes NWO, 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 everything's NWO. It does have a rare piece, though, with Rowdy Piper confronting Eric Bischoff. And, of course, no match listings. So, if you want your inserts, go to www.dvdnews.com, and they have a thing on there where you can print out the inserts. Pretty cool website. Okay, okay, Disc 2. We're going to move to Disc 2. Okay, Disc 2, okay, mostly 1997 stuff. And my problem with this was, once again, I take you to August the 4th, 1997 in Auburn Hills, Michigan. Okay, they had the match between Hogan and Luger for the WCW World Heavyweight Championship. Now, watching that live, when that actually happened, that was a huge Nitro. It was 3 hours, and it was Michael Buffer. But conveniently, on this DVD, they voice in David Penzer's voice, which is bullshit, because if you have the live Nitro like I do, it was Buffer. It wasn't Penzer. So they're faking the fans out. They're taking the integrity of what was a huge night on Nitro, and they're pissing all over it because they're spinning their WWE bullshit on it. And, I mean, you go farther in Disc 2, NWO mocks the Four Horsemen is located on this disc, okay? NWO mocking the Four Horsemen, and they showed it complete. And still to this day, for them to show that complete, one of the most disgusting angles in the history of professional wrestling, pissed me off. So, and of course, you've got Jericho's 104 hold segment, which they really didn't need because they featured that on the Jericho DVD. But of course, Jericho being a WWE guy, they wanted to show that. Okay, and still on Disc 2, you have Hogan and Goldberg from the Georgia Dome, which is okay, even though that match is released on I don't know how many other DVDs. Just moving forward, I was trying to do some highlights. Match. Ric Flair and Eric Bischoff, December 28th, 1998, which was good. They actually had an interesting program. Now, Disc 3, everything falls apart. Once again, WWF on this DVD making fun of WCW, showing the finger poke of doom, which was disgusting. I mean, they basically might as well just take the world title and just spit all over it and piss all over it in the center of the ring. For Nash to lay down for Hogan, looking at that now was stupid. I mean, some good cruiserweight action on here with the likes of Billy Kidman, Rey Mysterio. Okay, and then it just gets stupider and stupider on Disc 3. Disc 3 is a complete waste of time. Jeff Jarrett, Diamond Dallas, and Steel Cage, horrible. Diamond Dallas is way past his prime, and Jeff Jarrett couldn't draw anything. He smashed 6,000 guitars, and he never drew a dime. Booker T versus Lance Storm, August the 7th, 2000, if you want to go to sleep. Triple Cage, War Games, you know, where Vince Russo won the title. Vince Russo was the WCW champion. Oh, boy. Okay. And the last match, of course. Vince McMahon buys WCW. Of course, they're going to put that in, even though that has nothing to do with WCW. Pisses me off. Sting and Ric Flair from March of 2001, celebrating WCW. And the last match, of course, Rey Mysterio, a match from 1996 that you don't even need to see. So, in the end, you know what? I'm going to give this DVD a thumbs down, because here's the deal. They didn't keep the integrity. They absolutely didn't keep the integrity of the WCW on this DVD. They didn't do a good job. They put their own spin on it to sell a DVD. And so, Jam's giving this DVD a thumbs down. And I know a lot of people would disagree and say it's the greatest DVD of all time. I didn't like it, because if you're going to talk about WCW, be honest, be true. You know, you don't have to voice over buffer. You don't have to change stuff around. You know, they got the date wrong. You know, when Hogan came out and the Outsiders came out and they all attacked Big Bubba. That was not July the 8th. That was July the 15th when that happened. So that was Live Nitro. Hogan didn't come to TV the next day because he had so much heat on him. So I'm going to congratulate the WWE on pissing all over the integrity of WCW. And to me, it's an average DVD. So anyways, this is Gemini Blackfoot. See you later. Gemini, see you.